An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island. It is surrounded by scaffolding that has been haphazardly erected around it. A matrix of metal tubes and wooden planks jut out at odd angles. A miserable tarpaulin covers up the horse and rider, flapping in the cold coastal air. There are no lights that spell out your name. No workers with calloused hands leering from above. Just construction materials displayed as if to mourn your misplaced dreams. That son of a bitch scammed you, probably to make fun of you. This is not what that personal brand strategist of yours promised. No one even knows that you're paying for this reconceptualization. Go and have a word with him. Find out what's going on. The old king looks defiantly to the west, wrapped in makeshift scaffolding like a mummy.
Tequila sunset.
No one does it better than me, eh? I was able to get it all together, and so fast, too. No wonder I used to be an industry leader. Listen, I can feel it in my guts. A bright future awaits you. The one and only Tequila Sunset. You're already building great brand equity. No doubt the profits will come rolling in shortly. Of course not. Your trademark will be all over it as soon as the workers can get to it. The strike's holding them up. Not much I can do about that. I guarantee the papers will pick it up once it's all finished. With photos and everything. You'll be the talk of the town. Investing into the community, creating value.
Hey, your new personal brand strategist still hasn't laid off the drink, even though he promised. The strike might take forever. Maybe you should just cut your losses while you can.
Tequila, you know it isn't that easy yourself. I promise you, I'm working on it. Don't spend a single brain cell worrying about it. Just leave it all to me. The final outcome will be spectacular. Just takes a little time. Anything else?
Tequila sunset. Can't really remember seeing any women after losing.
It's a touchy topic. He really has no idea who this...
Tequila.
The legend! He's back! And...
Now that you've acquired some stimulants, it's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to detect. This is so...
You've passed up... Oh, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. Oh? Who? Okay. When did this person stay here? Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning. Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else. Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Our tenant, the policeman. What more do you want to know? Yes.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. This life is garbage. You dial the number again. Calling, 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 and calling for who knows how long. But no one answers. You need to insert more money to call again. The cold metal is hard, and your knuckles bleed.
That's enough now, officer.
It didn't give you any fun, for your hand is swelling up.
Officer, that's enough. Let's return.
It's over. Now that you've acquired some stimulants, it's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to detect. It will make you into more than that. A megacop. This is your modus operandi. See? That's your problem. A lack of confidence. Speed can help you with that. And, Kim, it's not ideal, no. But you need the zeal. Let's face it, you're never going to finish it. You raise the peptide bottle, press one nostril closed, and inhale furiously with the other. The rush is almost immediate. It tastes bitter and caustic. Now the taste is slowly receding into your throat. The rush is growing in intensity. Your little heart pounding like a bird in a cage. You could work with this high. Like, literally work. Solve the case. File some papers. Whoa, this shit is strong. This shit is disco. To this? You kidding? There are downsides to not being on it. Spring.
In the bottom right corner of the screen.
Yes, what is it?
Good morning! Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes,
But just a minute.
puts a grin on your face. Salvation.
It's to express,
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell.
or because I want to show my hair. Not 20. Of course it is. Maybe it was a bad idea. Goodbye.
Welcome back.
Yo, man. What's on your mind? Dead body, spirit, and a cop who's into
The church creaks in response.
dead bodies are perennial. I saw some dead sense. End of quote. A Sarai, a free fan.
The way he says it,
I only. Andre doesn't. The founding party, but were you?
that's still.
Well, Noid, man. I'm sorry. Anodic dance me. The mass murderer. Humanism.
And many.
She liked games. She invented Then You Meet It. In the true life of no one. Likewise. Are you a commie? Then that's why. There is.
The speed freak.
The world spit this Arno van Eyck track. There is.
The speed freak.
It's not coming down. Are you a commie? Are you a Then it. Are you a Then it's it. There is. Will do. No Noid. Okay. Odd to say. I did get to anyway. Dude's seen some crane. Have you been listening? The man picked. Good thing you didn't. The crabman's not like encasement. Like I don't know. It'll be.
The wood creaks.
No, a nodic, and if it can't. No, a nodic, and if it can't. No, a nodic, and if it can't. Seems to be the like, and that is what I don't know. Maybe you can suspicion. It took us. It's short for power. A reasonable, good call. They're hardcore. They're just clothes. Nah, these are just. It looks like respect as a man. Good morning.
Yes, what is it?
Just dead. An old door.
It's military. The washerwoman mentioned a dip. It's military. The washerwoman.
An old door worn by Ellen. No mirror.
You're back. Good. I fear I've told you all I know. Is there anything else I can... Oh?
Is what you're about to say when
A takeover? If they're taking...
green livery.
Then we're talking about a war. They most certain...
I've seen the unions. It will take more than Connell. I am sure you have.
What do you suggest I do? Of course. What will I do?
Her arms fall to her.
Did I ever tell you how they discovered this Isola? During our reality lowdown? It may be the nation. The Pale was thought to be... It was anything but. Until after years, the 8th expedition slowly...
The air is cold and there are rain circles. So does the lieutenant. The droplets feel warm, like spring rain.
The phenomenon has never again been encountered. For a time, the crew thought they were experiencing a hallucination. The mass hand proclaimed, "L'incielinde, but they could not. Après la vie, la mort.
After life.
On the second day, 4 years later, the Queen's Counsellor was proclaimed her innocence Dolores Day. The elect on Caillou. The first, in your defense, it is the nation, but these others, there was no one but this revolution. Poverty. It is.
The gangs will run wild.
I will surrender.
She puts her...
We will see.
Ma'am.
What happened? The age of capital has only begun. I will talk to my employers in person.
Forget about that. What was that about?
I don't want to do that. I do not want to keep the peace.
How far along?
A conference. As you're in, protect their time soon. One last. I know, because no detective.
Don't worry, madame.
I'm overexposed. The same strict psychological. Watch out for yourselves. They will strike soon.
The lieutenant watches her boat grow smaller on the bay. Its white sails fluttering. You wonder what Everard has to say about this. Slowly, the sails turn grey-blue as more oxygen gets between you.
The sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel.
Oh yes, she does. You need to get...
Alcohol?
She doesn't even understand. The door seems...
So, the ship has sailed. Did you see it? I know you did. Tell me, what did it look like as it grew smaller and smaller when that mainsail dropped behind the horizon? Did it look like a germ? Did it look like a piece of bacteria?
You get a sinking feeling.
You wanted us to relay all this information to her.
That this is a takeover? That I want a war? God, I hope you also told her about the drug trade. They absolutely hate getting their hands dirty with that. You can kill 1 million people, but if you do something the police doesn't like, well, then you're out of the yacht club. Goodbye, you inhuman fuck. No, no, Harry. What we have is real. We're working men. This here is real.
In there, under pillows of winter fat, his stress-ridden heart still beats furiously.
Harry, I can't see into the future. We are all playing by ear on this planet. I had no idea she'd react so strongly. I did. I knew the negotiations would go better with police officers telling her horror stories from inside the harbour. It's scarier this way. Turns out it was a magnificent strategy. I never thought it'd so fundamentally fuck her up. Harry, I bunked her cabin. I bunked her whole boat. I had cameras surveying her boat. Hell, I even wanted to bug that thermal cap, but my boys advised against it.
They must have done it while Joyce was busy questioning the locals.
Not me personally. I had guys recording and processing this information for me. Hell no! They'd fuck it up. They can't do anything right. I mean my real boys. My special task force boys.
Where are these boys?
They sure as hell aren't hanging out in the open with beers in their hands for the cops to question. They're pros, Mr. Kitsuragi. Harry, you made a conscious decision to relay that information to her. You could have kept it for yourself. Of course she did. Rich people have the best stories about all the interesting things they've done and seen, all the beautiful places they've been to. It's just sentimentalism. She can afford to be sentimental, and she can afford to lose as well. She's not insane. What did she tell you? Heh! She's a sentimental alcoholic. They all are, Harry. Never take a drop and you'll be 8 laps ahead of the upper-class winos, just like old Mr. Clare here. Try it. You'll be a real super detective. Don't just say it, Harry. Do it! We gotta be more disciplined than they are, or we'll lose. Against you? Oh, Harry, I'd like to think I used it for you. What was always going to happen? We take the harbour and she fucks off to Ozon, uncorks a bottle of wine, calls her partners, and says they need to distance themselves from this nasty business before the big shit spinner splashes everyone. Only difference is the Union doesn't have to lose 2,000 men to machine gun fire. Harry, when I need to tell people, I might as well do it myself. That's why I like initiative, and inspiring initiative. It's more natural that way.
And safer too. You never know who you can trust.
You knew something. Something big. And you wanted to see what happens when you tell someone. So you told her. Anyone who's ever been close to power will tell you. Inside information is the sweetest thing in the world. It's better than money. It's better than pussy. Money only makes you special for some salesmen. Pussy only makes you special for yourself. Information makes you special for all mankind. It's the ticket to history. Right on, Harry. What you did was participate in history. When history calls, you have to pick up. You had no choice. None of us ever do. A hard disco cop like you, I knew you weren't one to resist temptation.
You know what, Detective? I am going to leave this out of my report, and I suggest you leave it out of yours too.
Just look at the three of us. The three careless boyaderos. Good times, good times. Now, there's a whole lot of work to do. For me and for you. I suppose there was a reason you came here, so let's get to it. What can I help my best friend and comrade with today? Ah yes, I was informed. It seems to be a big undertaking. What are you hoping to achieve with it exactly? A vanity project? Or is this your way of inciting rebellion? Tut tut. I thought you lawmen were supposed to keep the...
We are. And we will do our best to ensure that's what happens here.
Indeed. I'm glad to see you making headway with your endeavors. What? Oh, how could I forget your little side project? Well done, Harry. Well done. Don't even tell me what it was. But good job. I love it when workers take the initiative like this.
Rusting no screech of crane.
Hold on, Wandering Man. Los Ardis? They're sort of like you.
Is he actually? Come on. He's just trying.
Why not? Must be nice being something else for a change. The rest of us are just folks. We're negotiating our Aye.
The man was...
The mercenary, eh?
The man... An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island. A matrix of... There are no light, The old king looks a silver plaque. The woman is still.
Huh?
Yes? What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again? 3 days ago, the RCA... During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. They, classier as we've come to suspect. There's a strong prejudice against involving the... Just to be clear, we are police... You mean like a brief? There's no reason. 3 days ago, during that time. Okay then, good.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. It's told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it. Still not happening. The fan stands still. The lights are on. The bear's eyes are still.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a dye?
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
Didn't we already talk about this? What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up, yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
This doesn't make any sense. Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from? You're right. I should take a trip to the roof once the snow is gone. Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces. She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
Do you know what this is? It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan. It wasn't just a jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney? Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls. It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending, or an entirely different world. But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
The barbell waits.
Hello again, esteemed officer. Okay, but please.
The woman looks.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
You keep coming.
Save the economy? That sound.
Haven't you heard, officer? Look around, officer. Is this really the... That's the spirit. We've all got to... The shine on these sunglasses.
These Those you've...
These are all...
An old call box with East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commerce.
No. Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
Oh, sorry. Host Almighty. He's a total bummer now.
It isn't right. René wanted to be buried in his uniform, but I guess it doesn't matter now.
The lieutenant gives you a long, slow shake of his head.
Officer. Oh, officer. Yes. He's hungry.
Wait. Did...
Yes, he was. Sometimes I'm glad to assist. Yes. In Guillaume's... Yes. We all got to...
We are both...
It is what I just don't know anymore. Yes. I do...
Strange how old...
Yes.
It is what I just don't know. Officer. Officer. Oh, sorry. Yes. What about René? I ripped... and she never lost sight of it.
Strange how...
Yes.
It is what I just don't know anymore. Officer. Yes. What about René?
Yes.
It is what I just don't know it. Yes.
Yes.
It is what I just don't know. Officer. Officer. I just can't do this. Yes.
Strange how...
We've hated each... Yes. In Guillaume's time, you'd have been... We've hated... Yes. In Guillaume's time, we've hated... Yes. In Guillaume's time, we've hated... Yes. In Guillaume's... I ripped the... and she... We've hated it... Yes. In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot with a... Yes. We
are both...
It is... I just don't know anymore.
Again? I can't believe... Okay. You're not going... Yes, sir. Just some... Okay, why not? Let's do it. You think he was hanged as a... Okay. Well, I don't know. Oh my god, there's... Okay. Let's be crazy. Would you now? Or would... Oh god. You doing your fuck... Oh no, no, no.
This isn't helping.
Let's be crazy. None taken, my friend. And the conclusion is that a man... Oh, it's not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth.
Let's be crazy. Let's say... Would you now? Or would I be... Okay. How about you? Let's be crazy. Let's... Would you now? Or...
I'm not your partner.
A little premise. When that...
The lieutenant merely...
Let's be crazy. None taken. And the conclusion is... Let's be crazy. I'm sure is...
The lieutenant is...
Would you now? Or would I be... Okay. How... You're not going to... Yes, sir. Just some regular... Oh, it's not even a...
It's an urban myth.
Neither can I.
It's not my style, he thinks.
I'm going to... God...
Okay.
Okay. You're not... Yes, sir. Just some regular... Oh, it's not even a...
It's an urban myth. About enough...
Oh, no, no.
This isn't helping.
Let's be crazy. Let's... No.
Come on.
Oh, no, no.
This isn't helping.
You're not... Yes, sir. Just some Neither can...
Yes? What priest?
Am I from?
Fucking deranged. God damn it, you...
Can I actually...
Yes, of course.
Of course I'm with him. The sooner you figure this... I don't...
Don't say anything, Judith.
I'm just looking...
No one.
You're a fucking asshole. Are we done here? I don't...
Don't say anything, Judith.
I'm just looking at...
No one.
I just want to do...
The Coppernado is back. What do you want? Yeah? What? The what?
She said...
What?
We were talking about...
This guy...
There you have it. Yeah? Yeah?
Fuck, does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't...
What do you see? I don't know. No. These prints are pretty standard. The ones in the dust looked custom. Or maybe...
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps.
No wonder the cafeteria... Well, you did...
see a once bright mural towering above you. A slogan used to intertwine. Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. Feld Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. There's something in the wind.
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Why single out this one building? Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb. Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there in the dusk hour, with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village. Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. An adventure awaits. An adventure of buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be wet and cold. Suddenly, there's a sigh in through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs.
She's down there.
Okay. Why? Right. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find something to break if the ladder fails. A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180? Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to do something more subtle? Astral projection. Be open-minded about this.
Teleportation is not a thing. This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here. Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now. All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Okay, well, that's impressive, but...
BAM! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear,
Never mind! Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
two rusty metal plates that...
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get the door open.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the two metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that. After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk. It's next to a drain pipe, possibly a storm drain. It was easy to miss before. At least now we have an exit, so let's get going. It's time to investigate these passages.